Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Yay. You did it. You made it for another week. So today is our day. Let me see. I forgot. 33. Today is our day 33 of our 90-day challenge. And the topic for today is one of my favorite, which is self-care and stress management. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Florence. I'm an ICU nurse here in San Francisco, California. I've been a nurse for over 15 years, and 10 of those years are in cardiac ICU. I'm also an online business mentor. So, at first, I'm going to talk about what is self care. As all of you probably have experienced stress in your life. It could be from work. Me, I know ICU is super stressful. It could be at work, your family, your relationship, stress about money, stress about the inflation. There's so many different sources of stress, right? So I'm going to talk about self care and how to manage stress. But I'm going to add a spin to it. Basically, I'm going to share what I do for self care and what I do for stress management, like in the ICU setting, in my home setting, and then what I learned from what are the lessons that I learned from those, and then you guys can either use it, try like the strategies that I've used right now, or you can share with me like what you usually do, like when you're stressed, and what you do for self-care. So what is self-care? Basically, self-care is taking care of yourself. The last few years, self-care has become more popular, more common. In the past, we're just giving to others. We don't really give anything for ourselves. We are the last, right? Like, I remember talking about self-care and my mom yesterday. So the thing is, there are a lot of different levels of self-care, right? So there's you take care of your mental health, you take care of your physical health, you take care of your relationship, like the social health, you take care of your financial, you take care of your spiritual health too, and emotional health. So for me, I am such a strong believer in like having a harmonious health, which is like physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, social, like the community as a whole. And how do I keep that balance? Um, for me, what I do is I break down like the different healths, like spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, financial, social. So 6 areas. And then I ask myself, um, I basically brainstorm and ask myself, okay, so what are the 3 things or 5 things that I can do for each area of health, so that when I'm feeling stressed out, what are the things that I can do to fill my cup, so that when, I'm feeling blah and I'm feeling, we have those days that I can go, those are my go to things that I can do so that I can fill my cup, take care of myself. So for me, my spiritual, I do a lot of retreats. So I do like Huna retreats. This basically a retreat I did in Hawaii, like I think for 5 years in a row, every 6 months. So I do meditation. I do gratitude journal. So those are the things that like really make me. Those are the self care tips that I do for myself every day. And then my physical, I make sure I drink um, 8 ounces of water a day, so 64 ounces a day of high quality water. I make sure I stretch. I make sure I also either drink my green juice or my very healthy shake in the morning or at night. So those are the things, right? And then for my emotional stress or emotional health, if I need to, I cry. We're all emotional beings, so I cry if I need to. I don't suppress my emotions. I talk it out. I call my friends. I talk to my partner about like the feelings, right? And then also like laughing. Laughing makes a big deal for me. Like it makes a big, big. um it's very important for me, and it's I notice like the difference when I laugh. It just makes me so happy, and it puts me in like that positive mindset. Financial, I budget. I make sure that I budget, and I make sure that um I ask myself if I really need, like, the things that I need, that I want to buy. um I also like say thank you to, like, every time I get money from like my payday from the business or from work. I say thank you, I appreciate you, and it's basically just building relationship, right, with like the abundance around us. And then for my relationship, I always make sure that I spend enough time, with my partner. We have quality time. My love language is touch and quality time. So like just cuddling on the couch makes me very happy, and I'm so grateful that his love language is also touch, because we're just happy, like cuddling, like spending time together. Um, and then social is like putting on my schedule the time, making sure that I have it on my calendar, what when I should see my mom, when I should see my niece and my nephew. So basically, those are like the strategies that I do for self care. Also, making sure that I have some alone time. It's very easy to say yes to a lot of things. It's very easy to get wrapped up in all the fun things, right? Like activities, friend activity, family activities, and then before you know it, you're like so tired. You need a vacation from spending time with them, because you all you really needed was to just rest and not do anything. But because you feel like you need to, you just say yes, and then your self-care, or your health gets affected. So those are like the things that I do for self-care. And being in the ICU is very, very stressful. It's actually, I think, one of the stressful job ever. Because any minute in cardiac ICU, any minute, somebody can be sitting in a chair and they can just have a heart attack, right? Like, so every second of every day that I'm at work, I have to be vigilant about the things that I'm doing, the things that I'm thinking, what could happen. So it's a super stressful environment to be in. So if I don't have these self-care things in place for me, honestly, I don't know where I probably will have a lot of. I have some white hair, but I probably will have all my hair probably will be white. Probably will have a lot of wrinkles, all those things, right? Because it's not easy to be in a stressful environment. So it could be, if it's like a very high. I know there are a lot of people who work in tech, and it's very like you have to hustle, and it's very stressful, and there's a lot of. I was just talking to a friend earlier this morning. We were chatting, and when she quit her job, her 9 to 5 job last year, because unfortunately, even though we're adults, sometimes we still talk shit about other people behind our backs, right? Like, and I think it's just human nature. So that it's happening to her, or it happened to her. That's why she decided to like just leave her job, because bickering back and forth, and that's stressful too. And then for me, another thing too that's very stressful was growing up. My parents, I grew up in a very, very, I don't want to say like abusive environment, but it's kind of is. So my dad's always yelling at my mom, like they're always fighting about money. And so I needed to compartmentalize, and I needed to do the things that I'm doing now. Well, if I was taught like the things that I'm doing now, it would be so great. But like unfortunately no. But like I think it's easier to, what I was trying to say is it's very easy to, get affected and then get sucked into like this stress. So if I don't have any strategies, self-care strategies, stress management strategies um, on how to like alleviate the stress, then it's not gonna work. I'm gonna get sick. I probably will I don't want to be morbid, like probably not be like die, right? Like all those things. So yeah, so these are the things that, so why I think self-care and stress management goes hand in hand. It's super important to have a really solid self-care practices, because it really helps alleviate the stress. It really helps manage the stress that we're feeling at home, at work, wherever we're at, like even business. So yeah, so like the strategies for me to get like this self-care things in place is divide, so write down the 6 areas of life again: spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, relationship, and financial. And then ask myself, okay, what makes me happy? What fills my cup? What are the things that I can do that, what are the easy things that I can do at home? You know, like the retreats is great, but like I can't really go there every day if I want to because it's really expensive. But what are that's the little things that I can do today at home, that if I am feeling stressed out, and if I feel that a little bit of loving myself, that I can do it anywhere. Like deep breathing is so important. Deep breathing helps with physical health, emotional, mental, right? So yeah, so those are the things, those are my strategies on how to create my own self-care bucket, so that when I do am feeling stressed out, I can pull from those bucket and like use either one, two, or all strategies for all areas of life. And at the end of the day, I feel so much better. So yeah, I would love to hear what self-care strategies you use and how you manage your stress. And so drop a comment below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, have a good one. Bye.